What is up, guys? Delboy here. Something a little bit different. The disgraced financier Jeffrey Epstein has been found dead in his prison cell while awaiting trial on sex trafficking charges. His body was discovered at 6:30 a.m. at a facility in New York. He was found unresponsive in his cell in a special housing unit from an apparent suicide. Now, Jeffrey Epstein, around 3 weeks ago, actually tried to commit suicide then. And given the nature of this trial, you would have imagined that this dude would have been on 24/7 suicide watch, right? Given the nature of the upcoming trial. Epstein was held in a unit called MCC in New York, and from what I've read, after the first suicide attempt, he was placed in solitary. And in solitary, after a suicide attempt, he would have had all ropes, strings, ties, and other means of harming himself taken away. Now, the facility where Epstein was held, apparently all of the cells have CCTV on at all times, right? So if this was the apparent suicide that they are claiming, it should be very easy to prove, right? But allegedly, there were camera malfunctions last night at MCC where Jeffrey Epstein was locked up. Honestly, you really couldn't make this stuff up. Also, according to the MCC's own rules, any inmate who is suspected of being suicidal, guards are meant to keep prisoners under direct, continuous observation to stop them from obviously committing suicide. So apparently we had this dude try to commit suicide 3 weeks ago ahead of one of the biggest trials in God knows how long. The cameras were down when this guy killed himself, and what on earth were the guards doing? Come on now, is there anybody out there naive enough to believe the official story here? Now, I'm not much of a conspiracy theorist, but I'm not buying it. I very much doubt that this guy actually killed himself. This dude was offed because he was going to implicate several powerful individuals. He was offed. Jeffrey Epstein's suicide ends the criminal case against him because nobody else was charged in the indictment. Like I said, you couldn't make it up. Apparently Epstein was going to name individuals involved in the underage sex ring in return for a 5-year maximum sentence. It's almost like people out there would benefit from this guy being dead, right? Yo man, the amount of friends the Clintons have lost due to suicide is it's quite incredible, really, isn't it? It's quite incredible, but nobody's buying this, man. I'm really not a conspiracy theorist. I like to discuss things, I like to look deeper into things, but I wouldn't call myself a conspiracy theorist. But this just reeks of foul play, I guess. It really does. And that has been the general reaction from the public. You know, even people who aren't really conspiracy theorists are seeing right through this. Does anybody out there believe the official story? Honestly. It's insane. It really is insane. I guess the next step, you know, for the complicit media will be to try and somehow pin this on Donald Trump, right? They already tried to link this guy to Donald Trump when it was complete and utter BS. Listen, you could go into a 5-hour video on this case. I've not read everything, but I'm reading through it, and there's so much out there that you guys should really look into. It's a fascinating case, it really is, and yeah, I'm quite frankly, I'm disgusted with the whole scenario. What I will say is this: Jeffrey Epstein was a dirty, vile, satanic scumbag, so I'm glad he's now met his maker, but it would have been nice to see this guy get through to his trial to hopefully, you know, drop more people in it and spread some light and expose this child sex ring epidemic that goes on in high places. But, you know, as we all expected, you know, these guys have each other's backs covered. This guy was always going to commit suicide. I mean, Stevie Wonder could have saw that coming, but there we go. I mean, just a horrible story. You know, if you read into the case, it's absolutely disgusting. but the fact there's people out there who are involved in this, still free, still roaming the world, and more than likely still doing the same thing. Absolutely disgusting. But that's the world we live in, you know. It goes on in all of these powerful organisations or political parties, royal families. A lot of these people are just downright evil. I'll leave it at that, but there's so much to say. But you need to be careful when discussing things like this, you know. Don't really want to get the channel shut down, but I really wanted to comment on this story. Let me know if you guys enjoyed this video, if you can enjoy this video, and whether you would like more things like this on the channel. Share your thoughts below. Peace.